Welcome! The new year, 2022, started with two open flowers of Fenestraria rhopalophylla, two flowers of a white variety of Fenestraria rhopalophylla. If it is true that a good beginning indicates a good continuation of a year, it might mean that we may have a happy year indeed, and I hope it will prove to be a correct prediction. I certainly hope, because I am very tired of what is going on right now. But my collection, my flowers, do not know anything about the external situation, and they are blossoming. Fenestraria rhopalophylla is a fascinating plant. I made a video very recently, I think it was the second last before this one. I made a video about yellow Fenestraria rhopalophylla, and this time it is this one, and I think I made a video about it about 2 months ago or 3 months ago, because these flowers, I think they are fourth and fifth flower this season of this plant. And here at the side of the flower pot you can see dead flowers. So these are the flowers that were blooming a few months ago. I think it was October, and here is another one, and these are last year's flowers, the ones here at the bottom. Fenestraria rhopalophylla is a mesemb, which means it's a plant that belongs to the Mesembryanthemaceae family, a family that is endemic to South Africa, a family that is quite fascinating, because Mesembryanthemaceae took an evolutionary path that no other plants did, and it is not a very successful path, because Mesembryanthemaceae didn't spread to other parts of the world, didn't spread to other parts of Africa either. And Fenestraria rhopalophylla, let's look a little bit closer at it. You might see that the tips of the leaves seem to be translucent, and they are translucent indeed, because at the tip of every leaf there are cells that behave like a lens. They are letting the light penetrate through them, and they make it possible for the inside of the leaf to photosynthesize carbon dioxide and oxygen, and to make glucose from them with the help of the light that penetrates that lens. Very close cousins of Fenestraria rhopalophylla, lithops, which is a genus of Mesembryanthemaceae family as well, they do have a similar adaptation. They do have a structure called a window at the tip of their leaves. But their leaves, their windows, act like a fiber optic structure, and this one is just a lens, which is quite fascinating in both cases. Fenestraria rhopalophylla is a leaf succulent, which means the stem is quite insignificant, and all the vital functions are performed by the leaves. The leaves are storing water, the leaves are photosynthesizing, and because of that, the leaves themselves cannot be large structures if there is no structure that holds them together. So that's why Fenestraria rhopalophylla is a very small plant, and on top of everything, in nature, the leaves are mostly covered by the substrate in which the plant grows, and only the tips of the leaves, which is the lenses, are exposed to light. This is a white variety of Fenestraria rhopalophylla, and if you saw my yellow Fenestraria rhopalophylla, you will appreciate the fact, you will see how small the flowers are. Yellow flowers, yellow variety has much larger flowers than a white variety. The plant is quite small, But it doesn't mean that it is a young plant. On the contrary, it is more than 15 years old for sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure when I got it first, but it's been with me for a long while, and it doesn't really grow much. The old leaves are replaced by young leaves, and usually every year there are more leaves every time every season. And when I planted this plant in this pot, I was hoping that the plant will eventually grow to cover the entire pot, but it is not happening. The plant grew a little bit. The plant is larger than it was at the beginning, but it's not substantially larger. Just like with other mesembs, in order to keep it alive, in order to keep it healthy, and in order for the flowers to appear at the end of the growing season, at the end of the, usually in the fall, but in this case in the middle of winter, I don't water this plant almost at all. I do water it in the spring when the plant is waking up from its dormancy. I do water it very, very rarely, with very little water during the summertime, but only when the leaves are very, very wrinkly. And if you can see, the leaves are very wrinkly right now, and I might water it a little bit. Then, after the last flowers are gone, I will not be watering it at all until spring. And in case of Fenestraria and in case of mesembs, it's always better to underwater the plant than overwater it. So the key to the success is not to water the plant, to resist the temptation of watering. And this is, in my opinion, the most difficult part of keeping mesembs, of keeping Fenestraria in particular, because the urge to do something with the plant, to either transplant it or water it or showing it any type of care, is very difficult to resist, especially if there are other plants in the house that need to be watered regularly. So this is about it. This is about everything I would like to share with you about my Fenestraria rhopalophylla. I hope you like it. I hope you can see why I find it absolutely beautiful. Thank you very much for watching my video. Have a wonderful day.